Good morning. I'm Dr. Gregg Pizzi, psychologist, relationship therapist, and board-certified sex therapist. Welcome to my live cast. This is episode number 12. I'm speaking to you from Miami, Florida on September 3rd, 2020 at 9:03 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Welcome once again to PizziPSYC. Hey, Corey, how are you? You won't contribute to this topic. I'm sure you have plenty to contribute. You've seen a lot as well in life. We've all been through quite a bit, so please do share, Corey. Thank you for being here. I'd like to tell everybody that today we've got a bunch of things to discuss. We're going to talk about our featured topic, what does it mean to be in an open relationship? What's the definition of an open relationship, and do they work? That's our featured topic for today. Eddie, good morning. Great to see you. After we talk, so we're going to talk about our featured topic of open relationships. I welcome all of your comments and questions. A little bit about me. I'm a psychologist, and I went to training to become a psychologist and help people with their issues related to depression, anxiety, unhappiness, overall dissatisfaction with life and loneliness. And as I continued to work with people, it became obvious to me that relationships and connecting with other people was a really difficult area for people, and it was happening in my own life as well. So I went for additional training. When I was living and practicing in the state of Michigan for relationship therapy through the Imago Relationship Institute. Then when I relocated to Florida, I became a board-certified sex therapist. And that helped me really understand the importance of relationships, intimate relationships between adults, and how we can become the best version of ourselves through our connections with other people. The world has a lot of misconceptions about what love means and how love is supposed to look, what a relationship is supposed to be. Nobody has a right over another person's feelings, another person's desires, or their behaviors, regardless of whether you're in a relationship or not. It's very important for people to have their own identity, desires, and choose for themselves what they need and want, even when you're in a relationship. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Each adult relationship has to be customized for the individuals in it. A relationship requires communication. And what we're going to learn about is called conscious relating or intentionality. This is when we go about relationships and go about situations thinking ahead about what we want and asserting and communicating to other people where we're at, rather than assuming that the other person feels a certain way or assuming that other people should think and want what we want. So we're going to go against the negative aspects of possessiveness, insecurity, fear, and worry. None of these have any place in healthy, happy relationships. These all lead to feelings of being controlled and not accepted as a person. In the news, I'm selling my Vortex face mask, which I will put a video or pictures in the links below because it's too bright in here for me to show you the fact that this is a beautiful mask. It's comfortable and lightweight with a removable filter and comes with its own USB charger because it lights up. It lights up in rainbow colors. It flashes. It has solid colors: blue, yellow, green, purple, red, and some flashing as well. It's really gorgeous. So I'm going to have to put the pictures below because I don't think anyone, can see it with all this light. I'm not even going to bother to turn it on. But it is a beautiful face mask, and I'll put my link to the website below if you're interested in checking it out. I'm offering discounts for those of you that are watching my show, so message me if you're interested in getting a couple of these masks. So in the news, from Everything Attraction online magazine, self-love is the most important love of all. You may have heard the cliche, if I don't love myself, how can I possibly love someone else? Well, first it's important to recognize that selfishness is a myth. Selfishness, or the idea that selfishness is bad, is a myth. It's actually what life is really about. Our goal or our job on this earth, in this universe as human beings, is to focus on ourselves, not to focus on other people. Our job is to make ourselves feel good first. Then good things will happen. If we take care of our basic needs and make ourselves feel good and focus on our own happiness, we can be more available and healthier for other people. It doesn't work the other way around. A lot of people think that it's about focusing on the people that you love and making sure that they're happy and okay at any given moment, but that's not really the way it works. So, make yourself happy to bring that peace and happiness to your mind. That's the feeling you need to reach for. That will help you manifest what you want, bring to your life things and realities that you would have never imagined. When you're happy, your mind is at peace. It reflects in the things you do and in how you act. When you're happy, your thoughts are brighter. You're smiling and you feel good about things. This brings about a positive vibe and attracts positive energy and people and situations to you. Then you will soon begin to notice all the beautiful and wonderful things happening around you because you have taken the initiative to get yourself into a positive, healthy vibe first. Moving on to our main feature topic for today. What is an open relationship? What does it mean to be in an open relationship? Does an open relationship even exist? How does it work? Aren't there feelings of jealousy? We're going to talk about all of those things right now. So, open relationship, first and foremost, is a term that I don't like at all. Because when people say open relationship, a lot of judgment goes into that word. People have all kinds of misconceptions about what it means, and they often assume that it's a free-for-all, that a couple that has an open relationship means that anybody can get in there at any time, and it's just kind of open to the public, and they'll do anything with anyone, and that's just really not what it is. So I'm going to be very specific here and state that for the most part, in most contexts, an open relationship refers to an arrangement between two people who care about each other and are in a relationship, an understanding that they don't expect monogamy from one another. It's pretty much that simple. They don't have an expectation of monogamy or the feeling or the thought or the requirement that the person that they love has to only like them. Okay? An open relationship, this is a very conservative, a very liberal, definition that I'm giving, is simply a couple that has decided that their happiness and the happiness of their partner is more important than following any societal or cultural rules about what a couple is supposed to be. They'd rather deal with some discomfort on their own part in order to ensure that they each have the freedom to be who they want and pursue their own desires. So that means that there may or may not be sex going on inside or outside the relationship. It can't be assumed. Each couple creates its own situation with its own rules. Those of you that are watching right now, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I see you there, and I appreciate your support. Please, feel free to ask me if you want me to expound on something, or if you have any questions about this. That's what I'm here for. So a question people are often asked is, why would you need an open relationship? Why would you need to be with somebody else when you have such a great person at home? Well, an open relationship is not something that one enters into because there's a problem. It shouldn't be something that a couple does because something's wrong. Usually, if and when it's done right, an open relationship occurs or is decided upon because things are going very well between two people. There's a sense of security and trust. They care about one another and one another's well being, and they're willing to deal with the uncomfortable emotions that might come about as a result of their partner, not being monogamous with them, going on a date with someone that they find interesting, or having sex with somebody that they find really hot. People who love each other and have a mature level of adult intimate relationship don't try to possess each other. They don't try to control each other or require them to do anything that they don't really want to do naturally. So this, of course, brings about, could bring about a lot of unpredictable feelings, but it also provides an opportunity for extreme communication, intimacy, and in my opinion, even more closeness. So, not open relationships are not something that you do when there's a problem at home. It's something that you do to enhance your connection with your partner and show your love for your partner. And one of the most important and beneficial aspects of an open relationship is for a couple to be able to come together and talk about their experiences with others in the service of bringing the couple closer together as a result of that shared intimacy. Another question that's often asked about open relationship is, well, then why are you anti-monogamy? What's wrong with monogamy? Well, there's nothing wrong with monogamy. In fact, monogamy is a choice, it's a behavior, it's a commitment that many people choose to make and love to make. And they really enjoy being faithful or monogamous, only having sex with one person at a time. And that's wonderful. And they should do whatever feels right for them. And I admire them for that, and I respect them, and I support and encourage them to do that if that's what feels right for them. But an open relationship doesn't mean you're anti-monogamy. It just means that you are not engaging in monogamy at that particular point in time. You may never want to, but monogamy is a choice, and an open relationship is also a choice. But it's important to remember that an open relationship doesn't mean that you're constantly doing something with somebody or else. It doesn't assume that you're always dating other people or always out of the house. Open relationship is created, the rules are created by each particular couple. So that brings me to the next topic that people often ask about open relationships, which is, okay, are there any rules? The healthiest couples always have rules. They communicate about what they need from each other and how they feel about everything they're doing in the relationship, not just that which is related to an open relationship. There has to be communication about feelings. And do feelings come up? Of course. Do couples get jealous in an open relationship? Absolutely. Any and all feelings are possible, and any and all feelings that come up within the context of a relationship have to be dealt with. So when jealousy comes up, there's ways to deal with it. There's ways to talk about it. But jealousy is not an excuse or a reason or a rationalization to expect your partner not to do what makes them happy. Remember, when you love someone, it's about them, not about you. It's about wanting the happiness and well-being for another person. So one might ask, okay, you get jealous. What do you do when your partner's out with somebody else? Well, hopefully you have your own life. Hopefully you have your own hobbies and friendships and things that you are involved in that fulfill you. You should always be focusing on that which makes you feel good, not how other people can make you feel good. So that's why couples have rules, like some couples have rules that when they get involved with someone else, they, may not, do it with people that they already know or friends that they have in common, or they may have rules about, expectations in terms of sexual behaviors, what they feel is safe or not safe, good fences make good neighbors, as the saying goes, and good boundaries and rules create good relationships where people can help each other to feel safe. Okay? So, another question that you get, which is an understandable question, but really needs to be put into perspective, is what if you fall in love with someone else? Okay, so you're in an open relationship. You're allowed to do things with other people. What if you fall in love with somebody else? Well, this is a question that needs to be considered. However, when you really think about it, it's a question that is based on fear, not based on any likelihood. Because if a couple chooses to be together, that's their conscious choice. They're together because they want to be. And in fact, the likelihood of falling in love randomly with someone else, no matter how hot they are, is somewhat minimized, I think considerably minimized, when you are already involved emotionally with a partner that takes your needs and wants into consideration. Somebody that you can talk to, somebody that you can be yourself with. That's priceless. And I don't know anybody who wouldn't want that kind of a relationship. When you take out the mystery and the sneakiness and the need to hide, lustful desires or the desire to hook up with somebody that you might find hot, if you're able to do that freely and communicate to your partner about it and have open communication, it takes away that temptation element. It takes away that whole need to sneak it and be shameful of it, and you can be yourself. We can fall in love with anyone at any time. It's not only going to happen when in an intimate situation with the person. It doesn't only happen when you have sex. In fact, we fall in love with people all the time and we're not having sex with them. Feelings are feelings and they need to be dealt with. However, choosing to be with someone or not is a conscious decision. It's not like you're just going to fall in love and just all of a sudden not want to be with the person that you care about. And if that happens, well, then there's a whole different situation going on that you might want to take a look at. But these open relationships that are healthy and satisfying do last. Many healthy couples are able to engage in open relationships that are meaningful, connecting, that involve families, that even have children involved often. And it's basically determined by healthy communication, trust, and honesty. These are the key components of a healthy open relationship. Finally, in closing with this topic, keep in mind that when you're in a love relationship, your job is to love the other person. Your job is to be there as a support to them, also addressing and explaining what you need and want from the relationship, and respecting one another as you go along this journey called life. It's about making someone else happy by being there and allowing another person to be who they truly are, and having that done for you in return. There's no greater love and there's no greater intimacy than that. That's our discussion of open relationships, and I welcome your comments and your questions below. Please feel free to comment below, and I will address your questions. Even if it's after this video, I answer everybody, so please feel free to share below. Thank you so much. I'm Dr. Gregg, Pizzi, psychologist, relationship therapist, and board-certified sex therapist. Please like and follow my page here, PizziPSYC, on Facebook. It's called PizziPSYC, and also my YouTube channel is by the same name, PizziPSYC. I appreciate your support as always. Moving on to our relationship and sex tip of the day. To get a copy of your free relationship report card, send me a message. Go to my website at www.PizziPSYC.com. I'll put it up on the screen again. This is my website. If you go to my homepage and scroll down, there's a blue button that says Message Us. I will send you your free relationship report card so that you can fill out the answers, send it back to me, and I will give you your graded answers and my feedback about the health of your relationship if you're in a relationship right now. So feel free to send me a message at my website in the blue message us button. Send me your email, and I will email you my relationship report card for free. And then when you send it in, I will grade it and give you my feedback. That's my gift to you, and I really appreciate your support here on my channel. For every one complaint or gripe that you have about your partner, you're going to need 5 positive things in order to bring things back into balance. Okay? So I'll say it again. This is the relationship tip. For every one complaint you make to your significant other, or for every gripe, or for every negative comment, or for every annoying thing or hurtful thing that you do, you're going to need to find 5 positive things to do in order to bring that back into balance. That's how important it is to do positive, loving, affirmative things in a relationship. So, for example, one great way to provide that balance is appreciations. Giving appreciations to the person you love. So, I really appreciate how you bring me coffee in the mornings and you do it just right. You make it exactly the way I love it. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate how you put the car seat back for me after you finished using the car. I really appreciate that little dimple on the side of your face that always comes out when I know that you're looking at me and you're smiling. Blah, 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 blah. 5 appreciations for every complaint. 5 appreciations for every complaint. That's how much you need to be providing your partner with positive statements, with gratitude, with loving actions. That's how powerful and hurtful it can be when we cause ruptures in our relationship. When we say something negative, or when we say something hurtful, when we say something nasty, we know that we need to now come back with 5 positive things. Maybe not immediately. You don't want it to be fake, but think it through and come up with 5 things as soon as you can to kind of bring that back into balance and show them how much you do care, because that's how important it is to feel appreciated and loved in a relationship. That's true, Eddie. Thank you for that comment. It goes with friendships, any relationship. All of my tips on relationships and couples or sex tips, they all have their friendship version. Any relationship with another human being can benefit from these tips and this advice. You love your best friend and you care about her, so you want her lover to be the best possible person for her, and you get jealous maybe because of the attention she gets, or jealous because of their closeness and connection. And sometimes admiration and envy and jealousy are a fine line, and they get mixed up together. So jealousy is a normal feeling, and I was about to say human feeling, but I think even dogs get jealous. Those of us who are dog people, and cats, I think they get jealous too. I don't know who would disagree with me on that is a dog person. They get jealous, and it's a universal emotion that doesn't have to be viewed as something bad. We can learn from it. Usually it's a sign of how much we love and care about somebody. We just need to, not let it get out of control. Moving on to our gratitude moment. I'm happy and grateful now that love fills my life and surrounds me in its limitless forms. Even though I may not recognize or feel it in the moment, love is always radiating toward me. I have everything I need in my journey through this universe. and things are always working out for me. Coming up in future live casts, some of the topics I will be addressing in upcoming live stream episodes include Black Lives Matter, the struggles of people in recovery from addiction during quarantine, living a non-resisted life through understanding of the law of attraction, and the psychological benefits of pets. I'll be interviewing some very important people in the community, some community leaders, pioneers, as we embark on so many new challenges together in these ever-changing times. I look forward to having you participate and join me, and feel free to comment and ask me anything you like me to talk about on here. I'm open to your suggestions, and of course your feedback and support are so important to me. We're ready to wind down our episode for today with our affirmation. Our affirmation today is a quote about true love from the website ilovemylsi.com. I will put the link to this beautiful website in the comments below afterward. But the true love quote, which is our affirmation for today, goes as follows. True love cannot be defined by any means. It's a cluster of adjectives. It's crazy, passionate, complicated, painful, but most importantly, true love is real. It's that feeling of being inexplicably drawn to another person. Love isn't about finding someone who you can escape reality with. It's about finding someone who makes reality worthwhile.